Good morning, everybody. Phew, it's 7 on already. Wonderful. Hello, Katia. Let's give the people
Hi,
a chance to
Stefan. We're
open.
busy joining you with. We're busy with load shedding here. I was just trying my mobile network.
The call is recorded. Don't stress too much.
No, not. I like to come on live.
Yeah, you want to talk too much? That's good if people talk. I'm going to shout today. I'm going to stop the call if people don't talk.
No,
If
I want
there's
to
no questions.
listen and maybe talk a little bit.
All right, let's see. We're 10 now. There's some new people on. I promised somebody a smile or a laugh. Yeah, a smile if there's new people on, and I see one person I've never seen on here before. That's good. Right, it's recorded so we can start. I'm going to quickly run through the procedure of the mini groups or the board group chats that we've got on Telegram. There's a few basics that we need to remember. When you want to work on a board, irrespective of what position you are in, legend, guide, or boulder, you can request that we work on a board. What you do then is to send me a direct message. You request that I open the group chat for you. I also then need a photo of the board without any information blocks, so I can see the whole board and see who's on there and see that all the positions is filled. I need a photo of the information block of the legend, and I need a photo of your information block, so that if I don't have your number on my phone, I can put it on and add you in Telegram. Very important, if I open a group, you will be the third person that I add to the group. If your settings is set that I can't add you, I abandon immediately. I'm not even going to respond to your message again. I will not open the group. Open your settings. We don't have scammers in the dream groups. Some people reported scammers to me this week. They're not in our groups. They come from the main GL groups. So make sure your settings is open so that I can add you to the group. Right, once I open the group, I add Liana as an admin. I add Festina as an admin who can add other admins, because eventually when the board is finished, everybody can leave the group, and then she can hand over ownership to Festina, and she archives the group for future reference. And then the person who requested the group will be added. If I know anybody else on the group who I communicate with frequently, I will add them. Katia, your hand is up. What is it?
Yeah, I just want
Say again?
about adding things. We can just add you as a contact. If we don't change our settings, if we add you as a contact, we can. So if say your settings are set too high, so you don't get added to groups. But if you are a contact and you allow contacts to add, then it's automatic. We don't have to change our settings as long as you are our contact on our contact list.
The fact is, if I can't add you, I don't open the group. So make sure that I'm a contact
what
on
I'm
your
saying is,
phone
if
as
people
well.
don't want to change their settings, they must add you.
No, they will change their
Yes.
settings. If I can't
Yes.
add you, I abandon the group. Make sure that I can add you. If I'm not on your phone as a contact, I can't add you, even if I've got you on my side. So if I can't add you to the group, I abandon. I don't open the group. Easy as that. All right. The other people that we're adding then is the person who requested the group, and then you will be requested to add all the other people. Sometimes I'll know the legend and I'll add the legend so long, but it is your job as the person who requested the group to get the other people into the group. Right, now there's different strategies once the board chat is open. The first thing is I will post your photo and I will post a welcome message that Liana made for us. and ask you to add the people, and then we look at the group. If the board got 7 people on, if all 4 of the boulders are there, you chat and you decide who wants to sponsor in, who wants to take more positions, who wants to invite. That you do on your own. I'm not going to guide you there. I will guide you as to where the link must come from, which boulder must send the link first. We usually finish at one side, either left or right. What we also do, if there's sponsor positions available or somebody wants to sponsor somebody in, on the one side, we will put the auxiliary or Seeds of Love profile, and on the other side, I'll take a profile called New Sub Line that is sponsors the profiles, but we can use in future for sponsors, so that we've got a presence on the next 2 boards after the split. That is if there's 4 boulders on board. If there is a boulder short, means there's 9 open spots on that board. If boulder 1 or 3 is open, it's very easy. You send a link out from the guide, because they short one invitee then. The legend will be expected to confirm that gift without a gift that is received. After the trickle up, there's still 8 spots open, so the legend still receive 8 gifts. If boulder 2 or 4 is open, we will have to then occupy one of the gifted spots. There will be 1 boulder spot open, and there will be 7 gifted spots open. So there's still 8 gifts that the legend receives. So if there's not 7 people on the board, but only 6 or 5, the legend will confirm without receiving a gift till there's only 8 spots left. And then when that board is then got 8 spots to fill, then we work on the board. You can ask questions afterwards. We prefer to load 1 gifter at a time. This will be posted after the last training call tonight. Nicely typed out. We prefer to load 1 gifter at a time. There's a reason for that. I need to keep the file in sequence. We're working up to compartment 17 currently. So it's compartment 14, 15, 16, and 17. We need to update the file. If I get 2 links out from the same builder at the same time and you register in the wrong sequence, I must go do admin on the file. That takes time. Every 10 seconds I waste on the file is 10 seconds that I can do other work. So sometimes it will be 1 at a time, but we do have experienced people that knows how we build the boards and know the strategy, know what to do. There's a board this morning where I said you can send 5 links out and register. That is possible, but that will be very selectively chosen according to who is on the board and who is in the chat group and who can assist. Once you are very well versed and very well experienced in building boards the way that we are, we've been doing it for years, then you can do more than 1 link. But most of the boards, I'm going to do 1 link per at a time to make sure that we don't get confusion there. Once you register as a gifter, you immediately post a photo with your information block in the group. It's a private group, so we don't break the Poppy Act. You will post a photo so that we can capture it on the file and make sure in future when you move up to legend that we do it, that we know which legend is sitting where in the structure. When the last gift is received, you post a message in the group that the last gift is received. That is a sign that everybody can leave the group. You then take that same photo and post it in the legend group, where you ask me for further guidance. I will then tell you to confirm and guide you through to your version 2 profile. It is shocking that a lot of people don't, at this stage, know what a version 2 profile is. We'll handle you as we move you through to version 2. There is some legends which I ask to register their version 2 profile early so that they get on the board. Usually there's some issues. We've got 1 legend who can only receive in Bitcoin, so I'm receiving the gifts. The version 2 will come on the board. I will give that legend in for the legend on the first board. That's just the ways that we make it easier. Unfortunately, a lot of people, I even struggled with Bitcoin for the last week. I just couldn't get to buy Bitcoin on some of the exchanges. So that's where we accommodate and we help when we will receive the gifts. I think by now you can trust Liana, myself, and Bobby and Festina. If you don't trust us by now, take your clothes off and jump out of my submarine, please. Anybody on here that don't trust me? Put up your hand so I can shout at you. Right, let's open up for any questions on the chat groups. Is there any questions? Is there anything that you don't understand? Is there anything that is not clear on how to communicate? Everybody up to date with that?
Stefan, good morning.
Morning.
From Finland. Just to be sure, can you put everything you told now as a message to Newport chat? I mean instructions, because us who are not English speaking as mother language, there can always be something we are not actually quite sure. So if we can read it also, it would be always better.
Okay, what I will do, I will, after the 7 o'clock call tonight, the American call, we will post the whole message or the whole procedure in the group. Send me in Telegram a private message that I must send you the translation for you. I will then try my best to translate it into Finnish and send it to you as a document.
Yeah.
And then in all the groups, then we'll also post as we open the group so that we know what to do there. Will that help?
Okay, and we can actually cooperate with Mirja Parsons.
Yeah, I'll send the document in English to Mirja already now after this call, and then I'll also send the translated version, and then she can just confirm that it's translated correctly. Finnish is not my first language; it's I think my 14th language. I can read it, but I can't speak it. So I will translate for Mirja, and then she will forward it to you as well. Will that be good? Perfect. Right. Any other questions on the little groups, on the chat groups? Anything unsure about the rules? Chatting is very easy. If you need attention from me or Liana or from Christina or anybody, tag the person in the group. You don't have to send a private message. It comes up on Telegram that you are tagged in a group. I go to that messages first and I go see what I need to answer or where I need to assist. So just make sure you understand how to tag somebody in the little group. If I request a link, I will tag the person so that he knows he must get a link. If I want somebody to register, I will tag that person so that when he opens his Telegram, he can see there's a message somewhere in one of the groups for him. Very easy. No motivational stuff, please. That's another thing that we picked up. No motivational photos. There's a motivational group. If you like to post pictures of butterflies and unicorns and women with fishtails and beautiful words, there's a motivational group where you can post as much as you want. I post 3, 4, 5 pictures a day there. There's people who do a little bit more. There's people who do it once a day. We've got a specific group for motivation. Post your pictures there. You're not going to post pictures of unicorns in the little chat groups. I know we all love unicorns, but have you seen them yet? You don't even know that they're actually alive. So don't come with unicorn pictures in little groups. Any other questions on the board group chats? Right, then we're all fine with that. The next thing that I want to speak about is trickle up. When a guide is missing, when a guide gets removed because of a lack of logging in or refusal to log in or asked to be removed of the board, if it's on the left-hand side, the number 1 boulder moves up to guide. If it's on the right-hand side, the number 3 boulder moves up to guide, leaving them to a spot open on the boulder section. If there is gifters on the board, the number 1 gifter will move to boulder and the number 5 gifter will move to boulder. Is everybody clear on that? That's how trickle up works. At this stage, you do not trickle up to legend. Everybody clear on that? They are planning, because there's now 227 GGM legend positions already that GGM took over because the legends chose to leave Gift of Legacy. They can't handle that many profiles. So there is a plan to move guides up to legend position in future. It's not announced yet, but there is plans to work out that one of the guides can move up instead of giving the profile away. But now during compression, we're also going to have a situation where there's 3 people on the left or 3 people on the right-hand side of the board. You will be compressed to another board. You will be joined on another board. I'll rather go sit on a board as a builder with people that works than sitting in guide where nobody works on a board. So compression is happening next week. There's an announcement going to come on Tuesday, exactly when. I suspect maybe next weekend we'll be down for a day or two, and then all the compression of the boards will happen. Then all the boards will have at least 7 members on. Everybody clear on trickle up. It's a very easy process to understand. You just need to know who goes where. The number 1 boulder goes to guide, and the number 3 boulder goes to guide. If there's not a number 3 boulder, then 4 will go up. That's how it works. But most of the people that got marked for deletion because they didn't log in every 30 days is off the boards now. It's very, very seldom that we still find people marked in red on a board. On my own boards, which is quite a few, I could not find one person in the last 4 days that is marked as red. So I think the cleanup is finished. It's just a question of compressing the boards. I'm going to work at talk a little bit about the compartment strategy. What we had now on compartment 14 is people who worked on a board. The board got finished. They took the version 2 profile, and they then had a split board, which is compartment 15. And then people decided to work on that board. They carried on, finished the board. We gave them a version 2 profile. And the next board is then on compartment 16. And then 3 people or 3 boards decided to work on that board. And the new legends after the split is now in compartment 17. So we're working over 4 compartments currently. Now, compartment 14, we need to fill 1,024 boards. A total of 1,024 boards. There's my file. Let me just go open my file. Dream file. On compartment 15, it's 2,048 boards. Now we're on compartment 17. So 3 of the 8,192 boards we got on that level is working on already. People are working on them. But always bear in mind, we're not slowing down, we're just going wider. And every board that finish push up, whoever's sitting on a perpetual board, your people will come. On compartment 17, we're loading 65,536 people. That's a lot. We already got approaching 11,000 currently on the submarine. And with people who's committed to their monthly positions or sponsoring people in our own sponsor profiles, who sponsors people in, and Seeds of Love and Auxilio, there's constant movement. If you look at the current amount of boards we're working on, it's a total of 112. You can work out for yourself what 112 times 8 is. Who's fast with maths? That's 896 people that we're busy loading. And some of those boards are full. They just need the last gift to come in. Some of the boards need 1 gifter. That's the success of us allowing you to work on your own boards. We had a big hoo-ha when we said we're going to do it, and we decided to postpone. And then the new people dried up, so we decided let's work on our own boards. And now suddenly we've got 112 boards that we're working on. And it's working. It is definitely working. Any questions on the board or the compartment strategy? Everybody understands every level that we go to doubles the amount of boards, and it doubles the amount of gifters that we need to carry on. But you can go on if your board is split. That next board is marked on the file. We know that who's the legend, and we can carry on working compartment 15, 16, and 17. There's one of those boards going to finish soon, and they're going to carry on in compartment 18 because they know how to operate the boards. Any questions on that? No questions. Beautiful. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the sponsored positions. We got a file where people requested to be sponsored in. I'm going to quickly open the file here on my side. Somebody sponsor file. There's a person who is opening profiles for somebody, for other people. She names the profiles. We're up to 52 now with her profiles. We're going to give her a total of 100 profiles for her circle. She will manage them up to the point where they land in silver and then do a handover of the profile. We've got a list of people that she's assisting with. Then we've got dance profiles that Christina is managing. We've got one person sponsoring 4 profiles a month. They go up to 25. And then we've got Ruby Rice. Cerise Dixon is managing them. We loaded a few for her and we will sponsor more for her in. That is for charities. And then we've got very few, 462, 475, 13 people, individuals left that can be sponsored, that asked to be sponsored. If you know somebody that do not have even the $12.50, after the legend sponsor you in for $87.50, you only give $12.50. If you know people that don't have that and you want them to have a profile, make sure that they were on the Zoom calls or that they watch the recordings. I will most probably have a conversation with them to make sure that they understand how Gift of Legacy works and what they need to do in future. And then we will sponsor them in. Fill out a contract, it gets posted in the sponsorship contract group. And from there, we'll put you on the file. And when there's somebody that wants to sponsor somebody in, or if the sponsor profiles receive funds, we will sponsor those people in. So there is space to sponsor a lot of people in. No reason to be scared to be sponsored in. One person contacted me and asked me, what is the chance of being sponsored if you've got already one profile? I said, holy camoli, you got one profile only. That is not going to work. So I've put her name at that stage on for 4 more positions. There's some people in the last 10 days who I sponsored in with 7 profiles. If they've got a family and they are going to manage the profiles for them, I will easily, after a conversation with them, tell them there's 7 sponsored profiles for you. If it's you and your husband, 3 children, grandfather and grandmother, as long as you manage the profiles and log in every week, then I'm happy to sponsor you in. The same goes for Liana Sponsorship Fund and the other sponsor funds we've got, profiles that we've got. Remember, if you go on the boards and you see any deep dive profile, deep dive 1 onwards, Angel Guide, that's about 100 of them. Any new subline profiles is essential fact a sponsorship profile for future use to sponsor more people in. As you sow the seeds and spread the word, more people will want to come on board, and you will find them. I can guarantee you, in any country in this world, you will find people who do not have the money available to do a gifting, but they want to be part of Gift of Legacy. Get them trained, get them to understand the system, get them to understand it's not a system where you get rich quick. It's a gifting community. You share and you will receive in abundance. Basic principles of gifting. So if there's people out there who knows people that wants to be sponsored, or if you want an extra profile yourself, if you only got 1 or 2, I will gladly assist after I had a good conversation with you in a language of my choice. All right, I think that is all for now. There's one more thing, but let's look at the time, 24 minutes past 11. Let's, I want questions. I need 2 questions at least. George, you're not allowed to ask questions today. Anybody else has got questions for me? Elana, unmute, talk, please.
Hi, Stefan.
Hi, Elana.
I just wanted to ask, I've got a profile on another, not on sub, and I just wanted to hear the person that was on a guide position, on the fourth guide position was, left, but there aren't any people below that person, so that whole side is empty. Is there a way of getting somebody into that guide position? Because you said normally it would be the third, on the third one side that would go up, and not on the fourth one. You understand what I'm saying?
Is the whole board empty on the one side?
The whole, not completely empty on the one side. The what is it? 1, 2, 3. The third guide and his boulders are there, but there are no gifters there. So it's the top.
There's only
piece
2
of the
guides
board.
on the board.
There are 3. There's 2 on the one side. On the number 1 and number 2 are there, and number 3 is there. Number 4 is the one that went missing in action.
So that's
And
top right.
there's
You're talking
nothing-
about the boulders.
Yes.
Okay, if the number 4
No, no,
boulder
I'm
is
talking-
missing,
Yeah.
send me a photo of the board so I can have a look at it. Can you send it out quickly on Telegram so I can look at it quickly?
No, I won't be able to. It will
Okay,
take a
that's
while.
fine. Send it so long, and then I'll have a look at it. If the number 4 boulder is missing, what you do then, the guide, because we work on boarding calls and we structure that so that we know who's sitting where. The guide will then be short of 1 invitee. If the guide on the right-hand side sends out a link, that new gifter lands in 5, but you still got 8 open spots on the board. So the legend
Yeah.
can confirm that one, because you still got 4 gifters open on the left. You got number 6, 7, and 8 on the right open, and you've got the boulder open. So there's still 8 spots. The legend still receive 8 gifts. Any board where there's
Yeah.
9 people short instead of 8, the legend will have to confirm 1 gift so that we can get the 7 people on the board. Although 1 will maybe sit then in the gifter position in 5 or in 1, depending on which side of the board it is.
Okay.
So when we
Okay,
start
thank you.
working on the board, there must be 8 open spots left.
Okay. I'll send
I
it
found
to
a
you.
board where I was legend, and my the right at the beginning, my invitees landed on other boards. The only thing that was left on that board was myself and a guide. I filled that whole board and still had 7 spots open for gifters to come on board. Although some of the open spots were boulder, but they will trickle up once I confirm them. So I took a whole board and I added 5 people. I sponsored 5 positions in. I said, there's a profile for you, register. I confirmed them in the right sequence so that they can fill the one side of the board, and I fill the other side as well. That's very easy to do. Leave that strategy for me. I got quite good with that. Does it answer
Okay,
your
thanks.
question, Elana?
I think it does. I'll just go and look at the board again, and then I'll let you know. Thanks.
Yeah, send me a photo so I can have a look there.
Thank you.
All right, any other questions on what we discussed so far? There's one more thing, but maybe we carry over to the 1 o'clock call. No questions. We're 20 people on this call and there's no questions. It's scary. So you know everything.
Hi, Stefan.
Hello, Zala.
You must just make it clear to the people, to these members already, that they don't need to fill in a form. But the new members that come on board, they have to fill in a form and send it directly in the group. Because some of my people, they still don't understand that story.
Yeah, there's a basic thing. If you want a new position, although you already got a position on the submarine, if you want an additional position, you need to fill out a contract or agreement form. If you are on the list or in the group for the monthly committed positions, then you don't have, because there I work from a file. You already committed. So then you don't need a contract or an agreement. But if you want to come on board with another profile or new people, they need to fill out the agreement, because that agreement is what we use once you go through, and we help you to go to your second bronze board to take another position, your committed position on another dream vehicle. So yes, the form is required for any person who wants an additional profile, which is not committed to a monthly position, but is just wants an additional profile somewhere. You must still fill out the form. There's a group for that.
Okay, it's now like Bonita them. They are already on members, but they did not fill in, did not ask for the monthly position to be put in the group. So meaning they also have to fill in the form. I just make that clear.
Yeah, they have to fill out a form. How else do I know they want the position somewhere? If they're not on a monthly list, how do I know that they want to be put on a board?
Hello,
If they don't fill out the form.
let me just switch this off. Sorry, I was about to ask a question.
Okay, does that answer the questions, Alda?
Yeah. Okay, I will just make 100% sure if they will take monthly spots. Then
If
they can ask.
If they want one spot now, just one spot for now, then they must fill out a form.
Okay, I'll just make 100% sure. If they will do it like monthly base, then they can ask Christina to add them to the monthly spot group. Then it's supposed no need to fill in.
Yeah, then there's no need. Then we put them on the file. There's people on the monthly file who said they want this position, they want to sponsor somebody in once every 2 months. And we just make a note on the file that every 2 months we will contact them and they will be sponsor somebody in.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Right, we've got just under 4 minutes left. Mary, you wanted to ask a question?
Yes, Sham, Stefan, and I hope I'm not asking a repeated one here. One of my profiles was pushed to guide from builder, and now it's got, so I've only got half a circle there. So I must sponsor, I must be a gifter. How do I get, so I'll be a gifter from that guide. I'll have to gift from that guide position.
No, you're not going to gift from the guide position. You can only gift from a gifter position. Send me a photo of the board so I can see what's going on there, and then I'll guide you.
All right, I'll send you one right now.
Yeah, if you're in the guide position because you trickled up with half a circle, yes, there's going to be more than 8 open spots. The legend will have to confirm a spot. You're going to send a link out. We're going to register, and the legend is going to confirm, because there's still then, if there's 9 spots open and we confirm one, there's still 8 spots open for him to receive his gifts.
Yes, there are 8 spots, but then I need to have my. I've just sent it to you.
Send me a photo of the board, and I'll guide you.
Yeah, because I need to fill my circle. You know, it's half white.
Send me a photo of the board.
It should be with you.
May I interrupt, please? May I interrupt?
Yes,
Mary,
Mira, you got 2 minutes left.
Yeah, Mary, isn't this the board that we're working on, where you went, I confirmed the people, and Woody's up 1? Is that not the board? Because
yes, no, it is, but I had to fill the builders. It fills the builder, but I'm in a guide position with half a circle. You know,
that's
half a white circle.
Yes, that's correct. But I think we just all need to work together on that. But I think most of us are working on other boards in the meantime, so we will get to that as well. I'm sure there are other people who have said that they will also start working on this board. I'm busy with another board, but I will get to this one, and I will sponsor on this one as well. But maybe next month.
I'm just wondering how I get a complete, take the white off my circle. Perhaps
I
that's the
think you
question.
need, yeah, I think you need to put the question to the captain on the small
Now,
Telegram.
ask a question in the group, and then I will tag me, and then I will tell you what to do in that group on
Yeah.
that specific.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I sent you a
Right.
copy of a
That's fine. I'll have a look. Right.
Okay.
Time is up. Unmute yourself. Shout bye. See you all at 1 o'clock for a little bit more guidance.
Okay.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye,
Keep
bye,
well.
everybody.
Bye.